If you want to ride this ride behind me or Tron over at Magic Kingdom, it's going to get a little bit easier for you starting January 9th. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some breaking news about big changes coming to Disney World in 2024. Hi-ho everybody, this is Rob with Your Scouts coming to you from Epcot with some breaking news that's going to affect your Disney World trip in 2024. Starting on January 9th, Disney has announced some really big changes that are going to affect park passes and park hopping. Now, most of these things have been announced previously, so you might already be aware of them, but there are some brand new details that were added just today. Let's start by giving you guys a quick refresher on what Disney has already announced, in case you were not aware. On January 9th, you will no longer need park pass reservations if you have a date-based ticket or if you have a ticket that is part of a vacation package, which obviously then includes dates of your hotel stay, so it is also therefore a date-based ticket. If you have an annual pass, however, or you're a cast member, or you're here with a different kind of ticket, we'll put the list of those up on the screen. For these folks, unfortunately, you will still need a park pass reservation to enter the park on most days. If you're an annual pass holder or you're a cast member, however, Disney is going to start adding what they're calling good to go days on January 11th. These good to go days are basically days where you don't have to worry with park pass reservations. You can just come on in and enjoy the parks without having to do anything in advance. However, those are only going to be specific days, so you're still going to have to check, make sure if it is a good to go day, and if it is not, you are still going to need to make that park pass reservation. But the good news is all day park hopping is coming back on January 9th, so even if you do have to make a park pass reservation, you can hop to your second park starting at the beginning of the day. So it's really going to free you up to have a much better time at Walt Disney World with a lot less hoops to jump through. But now let's talk about how these changes are going to affect virtual queues, because that is the announcement that Disney just made today. Starting January 9th, you will no longer need a park pass reservation in the park where the ride is located if you want to join the virtual queue at 7 a.m. If everything I just said about virtual queues sounded like gobbledygook to you, I'm going to give you a quick crash course on how virtual queues work here at Walt Disney World. There are currently two attractions that require virtual queues. There is Guardians of the Galaxy here at Epcot, and there is TRON Lightcycyle Run over at the Magic Kingdom. For those attractions, you can't just get in the line like you can any other ride. You have to join the virtual queue and acquire what is called a virtual boarding group. You have two opportunities to do this typically. One will be at 7 a.m., the other will be at 1 p.m. For the 7 a.m. drop, as it stands now, your only requirement is you have to have a park pass reservation for the park where that ride is located. So if you want to join the virtual queue for Guardians, as of right now, you're going to have a park pass for Epcot. But the good news is, on January 9th, that will no longer be the case. You will be able to join the virtual queue for either of these attractions at 7 o'clock a.m., no matter where your reservation is at, or even if you don't have a reservation at all, if you have one of those date-based tickets. The only requirement starting January 9th is you will have to have valid admission to the park. If you have a valid admission for that day, you will be able to book the virtual queue for the ride that you want to ride starting at 7 o'clock a.m. For that 1 p.m. drop of virtual queues, however, nothing is changing. You will still have to physically have entered the park where the ride is located at least once during the day in order to try for that 1 p.m. drop. One other addition that's been made to the rules with virtual queues is you cannot have more than one at a time, because, of course, if you think about this, it would now be possible to get virtual queues for both in the same day. And you still could do that, you just wouldn't be able to have both of them at the same time. So let's go through what that would look like. Let's say you started your day over here at Epcot. You could book your virtual queue right at 7 a.m. for Guardians of the Galaxy. Once you've ridden Guardians of the Galaxy, you could hop on over to Magic Kingdom. As long as you're able to make it there before 1 p.m., you would then be able to try for that drop for Tron in Magic Kingdom. For those folks who are really excited to ride these brand new attractions here at Walt Disney World, this is great news, because it's going to make it a whole lot easier for you to ride them, but maybe even to ride them multiple times during your visit, especially if you have park hopper tickets or an annual pass. So that was was the news that broke today, just very specifically about virtual queues and how that will change on January 9th, along with the changes to park passes and park hopping. Now I want to talk about some news that hasn't officially been announced yet, but I really think it's coming very soon. Disney has hinted that starting sometime in 2024, you will be able to start planning your Disney Genie Plus reservations in advance of your visit to the park. Assuming that does come to pass, it's going to mean two things. Number one, you're probably going to be able to buy Disney Genie Plus in advance again. You used to be able to, and then they took that away. I think that's probably coming back. Number two, however, and this is the much bigger deal, it's probably going to make Disney Genie Plus a lot more like Fast Pass Plus was. In case you don't remember Fast Pass Plus, what it allowed you to do was book your first 3 Fast Passes starting 60 days from your trip if you were staying at a Disney Resort hotel, or 30 days out from your trip if you were not. I don't know that they're going to do it exactly like that. I would be very surprised, actually, if they still let you do 3 Lightning Lane reservations in advance. But I do think there will be some form of advanced reservations of Disney Genie Plus Lightning Lanes before your trip. Now, Disney has not officially made that announcement. They've just kind of hinted at it. But I guarantee you, as soon as they do make that announcement, we will be making a video telling you about all the details. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, now might be a good time to do it, and go ahead and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified as soon as that video comes out. Well, I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope it made you a little bit more excited about your trip to Walt Disney World after January 9th. Until next time, don't forget to think happy thoughts, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.